Welcome to this explainer. Today we're jumping right in to tackle the single biggest decision you face as a creator, and that is your price. If you're selling digital products right now, or honestly, even if you're just thinking about starting, we are going to break down exactly why underpricing is an absolute massive profit killer. Plus, we'll cover how you can confidently charge what your digital products are actually worth.
We've got a super actionable blueprint for you today. We'll be looking at the marginal cost advantage, shifting to value-based pricing, 3 proven pricing models, the psychology behind pricing, a 5-step pricing formula, and finally, those common pricing pitfalls you absolutely need to avoid.
All right, let's get into section 1, the marginal cost advantage and why digital is just fundamentally different.
So think about a physical product for a second. Every single unit you sell has a very real cost tied to it. We're talking materials, manufacturing, shipping, all of that. And that creates a hard price floor. You literally cannot sell a physical coffee mug for less than the clay costs to mold it without going bankrupt, right? But digital products, they have zero marginal cost. Once you build it, the cost to deliver it to your very first customer and your 1,000th customer is exactly the same. It's zero. Because there's no rising cost per unit, your pricing strategy is hands down your single biggest lever for profit.
Moving right along to section 2, shifting to value-based pricing, which really just means pricing the outcome.
Listen, you have got to remember that you are selling an outcome, not your time. Think about it like this. Let's say a self-love workbook takes you 20 hours to write and design. If you price it purely based on your hourly rate, you might list it at, say, $15 if you undervalue your time, which leaves serious money on the table. Or maybe you list it at $200, which could completely price you out of the market. You must price based on the transformation. You aren't just selling a 42-page PDF. You're selling a guided path toward clarity. Someone might have otherwise spent hundreds of dollars on therapy to get that same result. Or think about an AI guide. It's not just a list of prompts. It is a tool that literally saves a creator hours of tedious work and the cost of hiring a graphic designer. That outcome, that is your true value.
Okay, section 3, 3 proven pricing models to help you actually structure your offer. So, these specific models naturally filter your audience and they make a premium price point feel totally justified. Value-based pricing is your strongest default, exactly like we just talked about. But then you have tiered pricing, offering a basic, pro, and premium version. This lets you cater to different budgets and it raises your average order value. A premium tier acts as this brilliant psychological anchor that makes the mid-tier feel like an incredible value. And then there's bundling. Grouping complementary products together, like say taking mindset, planning, and goal-setting resources and wrapping them up into a new year collection, that increases the perceived value way beyond just the sum of its parts. You're not selling random files anymore. You are selling a complete, cohesive system.
Next up is section 4, the psychology of pricing. Because yes, presentation absolutely matters.
You've definitely seen charm pricing everywhere. It's those numbers ending in 7, 9, or 97. Fun fact about this tactic actually started a century ago just to force cashiers to open the register to give change, which stopped employee theft. Kind of crazy, right? But today, you need to match the psychology to your product. Use charm pricing if you want your templates or impulse buy printables to feel accessible and super budget friendly. But stick to round numbers if you're selling high-ticket courses, coaching resources, or really premium bundles. Round numbers signal confidence and professional quality. If you slap a round number on a simple $10 printable, or you try to charm price a premium $500 system at $497, you can actually subtly undermine your own positioning.
Now, let's talk about anchoring. Displaying a genuine regular price alongside your current price makes the current offer feel like an absolute steal. The human brain falls for it almost every single time. It's incredibly effective during a product launch, but, and this is a big but, the original price has to be completely genuine. It either needs to be a price the product has actually sold at in the past or a highly legitimate comparative value. A $97 product shown right next to a crossed-out $197 feels like an amazing deal, but $97 just standing all on its own? Well, that just feels like $97.
Which brings us to section 5, the 5-step pricing formula. Think of this as your playbook.
Before we hit the actual formula, I want you to consider something. If your products are selling out immediately and buyers are converting with zero hesitation, is that a good thing? Actually, it might mean you're leaving serious money on the table by underpricing. A 15% conversion rate at $27 is not automatically better than a 7% conversion rate at $57. You've always got to do the math on your total revenue, not just the total volume of sales.
All right, here is your 5-step sequence. Honestly, you might want to take a screenshot of this one. First,
Estimate the actual time or money your product saves the buyer. Put a number on it. Second, map the validated market range by checking out your competitors, but remember, don't just copy them. Third, choose your tier. Are you going for entry-level or premium? Fourth, stack on some bonuses to make your price feel like a total no-brainer. And finally, test it. Launch it, track the data, and adjust based on actual revenue coming through the door.
And finally, Section 6. Avoid these pricing pitfalls to protect your profits.
You absolutely have to protect your business from these common traps. The biggest one by far? Underpricing out of fear. You might have this highly valuable $47 product, but imposter syndrome creeps in and makes you list it at $7. All that does is signal low quality to your buyer. Also, do not set static prices. As your authority grows, your prices definitely should too. And please do not ignore platform fees. Payment processors are going to take 3 to 5% right off the top, and marketplaces like Etsy or Gumroad, they can take anywhere from 20 to 40%. Always calculate your net revenue per sale. Lastly, blindly copying competitors is a huge trap. You have no idea if their $17 product is really just a loss leader designed to build their email list.
All of this connects directly to a super crucial principle. Long-term profit is built on trust, not manipulation. You have to avoid those fake countdown timers or big banners for sales that literally never end. A buyer who feels deceived is simply never going to return. Worse, they'll probably take to social media to warn others about it. In the digital product space, your reputation compounds over time. Building trust pays infinitely more than using cheap tactics. As we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with this final thought. Take a hard look at your own digital products today. Stop pricing your hours, start pricing your value, and confidently charge what your buyers are actually getting out of the experience. Ask yourself, are your prices really reflecting the true transformation you provide? Take that 5-step formula, test it out, and just watch what happens to your business.